guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now guys, in this video, Hans and I are going to be sharing our tips on setting up the grow lights here in our spare plant room, which is here. Now this is the room where we overwinter in a lot of the plants that aren't as cold hardy as the ones we're keeping in the polytunnel, and also a lot of our seedlings that we're growing. We're going to be keeping them in this room here, and these are the lights that these are Hans's that he brought over from Sweden. And I have to be, I know nothing about growing plants under lights or setting up grow lights. So Hans is going to be sharing his expertise with you all. And we're going to be sharing the journey with you and showing you how to do it. Now, we went to the hardware shop yesterday and got a few things that we're going to need to set it up, as in ropes and screws and things like that. And we're going to be showing you how to do it then, guys. Now guys, Hans is measuring up the ceiling here, as you can see. He's measuring up the ceiling, making some marks to know where to put the lamps up, because the correct measurements. And as you see, we've got the lamps over there waiting to go up onto the ceiling. So making sure that the measurements is going to fit okay, and also that it hangs down well. Now we've cut the chains, or say Hans has cut the chains, because it's like steel. He's cut the chains that's going to be hanging down from the roof. As you see, we've made a little mark on the roof where we're going to hang them down. And that's the chains we're using then to hang down the lights. Now guys, Hans has put the hooks in now into the stand the grow lights are going to be hanging off from. And he's doing an amazing job, I have to say. As you can see, that's one of the big grow lights on here. And so far so good. It's good for the overwintering. Yeah. And it's important, guys, obviously, you can't just use sort of normal lights where you switch the light on and hope that's going to work with the plants. We are only going to be using this for overwintering rather than for growing flowers and things. So these lights are going to be more than sufficient. But it's always important that you have the correct form of lighting. As I say, normal bulbs, lamps wouldn't have the same effect with your plants. You have to have proper grow lights, as in this case here. Who have more liner scale of the light. Yeah, yeah, the looks, isn't it?
Ordinary bulb is too much red in.
Yeah.
The plants will.
It's important to have the full spectrum lighting, as they say, the correct looks. Mm. Now guys, these are the bulbs that we use in the grow lights here. It's a Philips Master Colour, 70 watt. But I'll just show you here a little bit about it. And as I say, it's using the proper lights for the grow lamps rather than the normal lights. And I say you can get them pretty much sure on eBay or something similar there. And it's important that you have the full spectrum lighting, unlike the normal lamps you get.
Yeah, this is polypropylene rope, and I have to bind the ends so it don't what shall I say, be like this.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. So it's so I have control over it.
Brilliant, yeah. Hansy. That's great.
It's one little detail. And now I have to get this together. And bind it.
Brilliant. Love the bright yellowness of that as well.
Isn't it lovely?
It's gorgeous. I can look at it and imagine it's the sun. Whoa, it's so exciting for me, guys, to have grow lights, because I've never done this before. And Hans had grow lights when he lived in Sweden in his apartment. So this is all going to be additional light. As I say, we have a south-facing window here, so we are lucky. But this is going to be additional lighting for the winter, because unlike our other plants that we're going to be overwintering, these we're still going to be growing a lot of the young seedlings, and the additional light is going to give them a bit of a burst. Burst in energy, I should say, and growth.
Yes.
Now that's fitting the rope onto the chains where it's going to hang from the ceiling, and that's that done there. And Hansi has made sure he's put a really good secure knot in that, so there's no way it's going to fall off. Now guys, it's time to put to hang them up, and we've got some special locks. I'll explain. Let Hans explain how he's doing it here.
Yeah, this is a special thing for what do you call it?
For the ceiling.
The ceiling, and for the plaster boards. So I'm gonna drill this. I'm gonna drill up the holes, so it's been a little bit bigger, so I can come in with this. And then when it's inside, it's gonna fall out.
Opens up like a little parachute, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So it stops anything from falling down.
And,
great.
And turns it to the ceiling. And
brilliant.
Here I have what do you call this?
That is a little lock, is it? A little.
No, it's a
hinge, is it? A hinge
metal thing in 90 degrees winkel. Yeah, and in that I put this, because the lines, so we can make it higher or lower the lights. So I put this in there and the other in there. So brilliant. And lock it. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, so it's gonna be in the ceiling like this.
Hey, great! Look at that. That's how it's going to hang down. Good idea using the lock.
It looks a bit crazy, but I know it's gonna work. Because, in the store, I wanted this with a
hook on the end.
Yeah, a hook in the end here, but they didn't have that. So my brain boiling.
Hans using his great idea there.
Try to
very, very clever, Hansi.
clear it out.
He's full of great inventions.
No one shall stop me.
No, there's a way around everything, as they say.
yes. So we shall continue now and get it done.
Now, Hans is using a special cleat hook, which is going to be fixing to the wall.
Yeah, on the wall for the ropes, so we can tie it up, so we have the right position of the green lights, because sometimes we maybe must have it closer to the plants and sometimes higher.
Brilliant. So, roll it up and down like a blind.
Yeah. So we choose not the chains or
brilliant
other things.
That's brilliant.
So we are free there. I think it's a good thing to do.
There you go, guys. That's the cleat hook on, where it means we can lift the grow lights up and down like a roller blind. There you go. That's the first fitting there in the ceiling. As you can see, we've got the bolt on there and the thing that hangs down to put the grow lights on. And Hansi's done a wonderful job, nice and neat there. So no damage to the ceiling or anything like that, which is great. And it's going to be wonderful to hang it up now. Now just feeding through the yellow cord so we can roll up the grow lamps there. Now guys, that's the lights up on the wall, and it was really much harder than we thought, guys, to lift this up. We couldn't film it at the time because we needed both our pairs of hands, but that's sort of it so far. As you can see, it's hanging over the plants, and we've just got to straighten it up a little bit, so we've got a little bit more to do, and then we'll show you after. Just show you that's what it looks like from the top here, and that's fully supported, as you can see there, so there's no way it's going to fall. And going to show you then when we've straightened it up, we've still got a little bit more to do. There you go, guys. That's the grow lamps fitted directly under the plant table here, as you can see. I'll just show you up there, and then we're going to be putting these lights on and testing them out. And as you can see, they're going to have full spectrum lighting all over these plants. As I say, it's mainly all our cuttings that we're keeping in here, and also our young seedlings that we want to carry on growing during the winter. So it's going to be fun and games. And good old Hansi, he's as strong as anything, I have to say. Did a great job there of lifting this up. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It's not the best in here before we got the lights on. But as you can see, so far so good. Now guys, as I said, these lamps aren't just normal ones you just get from a DIY store. They are special grow lamps. Now you can get grow lamps on special plant shops, some garden centres. Online, eBay is probably the best. You always make sure it actually says it's daylight bulbs with the correct looks for growing plants. So it's one for properly growing plants. And not just normal bulbs. Just say that because normal bulbs might put a nice bit of light in your room, but these have got the proper looks that the plants need to photosynthesize. So when you're getting grow lamps, always make sure you get ones that state they're specially for growing plants. So guys, that's the lamps all done, and as you can see, they give off some amazing light, guys. I'll just show you here. Look at that light reflection onto all the plants. They are thriving, and as I said, I think I'm going to be sitting under this myself on dull winter days. It's going to be perfect. Look at that. And as I say, these are special grow lamps, so they're giving off the correct looks, which is like natural daylight, day sunshine for plants. And look at them all glowing in the window. They're great. They're going to be thriving. And this is just wonderful, I have to say. This is first time I've had grow lamps. So Hansi's experienced with this, so he's been amazing setting all this up. And as I say, we're not going to be having the lamps on morning, noon and night, because this is purely, we've got a few here that we're just going to extend the daylight hours at the end of the evening by an hour or two, just to help the seedlings get along a bit longer now, and also to encourage them to still carry on growing a bit, unlike the other ones we overwintering, because the dull, cloudy days of autumn and winter, it's going to give them a bit of daylight, and on sunny days, the sun comes right through into this room, so we won't need the lamps on. But as I say, it's just a bit of a form of additional lighting. Also, if you grow completely without windows or north-facing windows, grow lamps can be brilliant. So there you go, guys. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? So, guys, me and Hans want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and sunshine, and tons of plant power, as always, from Ireland. Until the next video, guys, bye. Bye from Hansi.